At the risk.
Yeah.
Some cities, it's more risk than others, isn't it? Versus the trade-off of riding a bike or walking. You're not going to car wreck if you're walking. You're not going to, is likely to get killed, maybe on a bicycle. I don't know, maybe you are, I don't know.
More likely.
Depends on who's driving beside you. But, but you could do things that could lower the risk, but it's not worth it. It's a small amount of risk you took to get into a car and drive here. The trade-off, the ROI, the rate of return, the return on investment was worth it. And so I'm not for gambling. I've been broke. I don't want to be broke again. I don't like gambling. I'm sorry. I said that in Vegas. I got it. But I'm not a gambler. Okay. I can walk past the sad people with the slot machines and just feel sorry for them. Okay. It's just because they're all look really depressed. And I just don't do that. But now you do take calculated risks. The entrepreneur does that. And so what we're doing is Entre leadership. We're combining the two, which is the process of leading to cause a venture to grow that process. That's our goal, to take you down that path today. And with some of you, we'll be walking with you for the next many years, I hope, helping you continue to do that better. As we continue to learn and do it better, we're going to continue to share with you. Some of you will get plenty today, and you're just fine with that, and I'm fine with that. I'm glad you were here. It's a good thing. So you ready to move through this day? Say yes.
Yes.
Let me tell you how this starts. It all starts with a dream. And if you do it right, it ends with a goal. You start with a dream and you end with a goal. Earl Nightingale said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or idea. Success is not fame. Success is not money. Success is not power. Although those are three possible indicators of success. But that's not the definition of success. The definition of success, this is the best one I've ever seen, is the progressive, continual, in other words, realization of a worthy goal or idea. I'll give you an example of that. I have 3 kids. All 3 of my kids, by the way, my wife Sharon is a full-time mom for almost 30 years now. Now a full-time grandma and volunteer at everything. So, things I don't even understand. But, that was her goal. She wanted to be with kids, raise kids. That's where she was going. Now, all 3 kids graduated from high school. None of them on drugs and none of them pregnant. That's a big deal. All 3 graduated from high school, walking with Jesus. That's a big deal. Yeah. All 3 of them went to college, and all 3 of them graduated in 4 years. Now, that's a miracle. It was due to the fear of their father and the nurturing of their mother. And the 2 girls are married now, and each of them have a baby, and Denise, our oldest one, has another baby on the way. So success is grandkids, right? And so, hey, if I'd have known how great grandkids were going to be, I'd have been nicer to their parents. But both my daughters married young men that are unbelievably studly. These are great guys. And for the first few years, and I'm a big crier. I cry a movie. I cry. I mean, I'm just crying. And so I knew when I'm walking down the aisle, I'm going to be one of those guys that just, he ruins the wedding, the dad. I didn't shed a tear. And I couldn't figure it out. Because it's not like me, really. I mean, and I figured it out. Because I was handing them to a guy I was really glad to hand them to. I mean, and then I walked around for a couple years after that, and I was telling everybody, we hit the son-in-law lottery. And then I went, no, we really didn't hit the lottery. We taught those girls how to pick well. It wasn't a lottery about it. I mean, when the boy pulls up in front, he honks his horn, he better be delivering a pizza, right? Come in here and talk to Daddy, because Daddy be cleaning his gun when you get home, right? So, we're going to have a discussion here. You take my princess out. And so I taught them how to identify a jerk. They identified a few along the way and tossed a couple of them. I ran one off and worked out pretty good. Worked out pretty good. So here we sit with completely functional adults that are college graduates that are married well. They're not perfect. Ramsey aren't perfect, don't misunderstand. It's pretty dadgum statistically unusual. So you know what I would say? Sharon Ramsey is a world-class success. The progressive realization of a worthy goal or idea. It has nothing to do with money, fame, power. No, nothing was mentioned there about those three things. That was her goal. She did it. She did it. Now she's working on the grandkids. And I hear her walking around talking to those babies like they understand. Apparently they do. It's kind of weird, y'all. Interesting. Interesting. Dreams are wishes that seldom happen. Life doesn't hand you your dreams. You have to make them happen. It's funny, we live in this dichotomy about this word dream. When we say, you need to have a dream. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. You know, we need to have a dream. You need to dream. You need to dream big. And we always talk about that. And yet, if your daughter comes home and she's dating a boy and she says, Daddy, he's a dreamer. Oh no, they're going to live in the basement. Because dreaming is okay. Being a dreamer is not okay. Y'all see the difference? Because to people like you and me, dreamer means don't do nothing, talks a lot. Right? Does not know how to kill, you know, ready, aim, 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 aim. Oh, well, that's a dreamer, right? And you and I are ready, aim, fire! Or ready, fire, aim, right? Simon Sinek is a great young speaker that's out there on the circuit now. Got a great book out called The Power of Why, or something about why. It's a great book. Watch this.
In the summer of 1963, 250,000 people showed up on the Mall in Washington to hear Dr. King speak. They sent out no invitations, and there was no website to check the date. How do you do that? Well, Dr. King wasn't the only man in America who was a great orator. He wasn't the only man in America who suffered in a pre-civil rights America. In fact, some of his ideas were bad, but he had a gift. He didn't go around telling people what needed to change in America. He went around and told people what he believed. I believe, I believe, I believe, he told people. And people who believed what he believed took his cause and they made it their own, and they told people. And some of those people created structures to get the word out to even more people. And lo and behold, 250,000 people showed up on the right day, on the right time, to hear him speak. How many of them showed up for him? 0. They showed up for themselves. It's what they believed about America that got them to travel on a bus for 8 hours to stand in the sun in Washington in the middle of August. It's what they believed, and it wasn't about black versus white. 25% of the audience was white. Dr. King believed that there are 2 types of laws in this world, those that are made by a higher authority and those that are made by man. And not until all the laws that are made by man are consistent with the laws that are made by the higher authority will we live in a just world. It just so happens that the Civil Rights Movement was the perfect thing to help him bring his cause to life. We followed him not for him, but for ourselves. And by the way, he gave the I have a dream speech, not the I have a plan speech.
Dreams are essential to winning, but they got to come out of the clouds. Now, so I believe in dreaming, but I don't believe in stopping there. And there's all these words that fly around goals and dreams and visions and mission statements and all this stuff. And it's kind of always been a little bit foggy for me. And so I laid it out in a way that I can understand it, and I've taught it this way for years, and I think it helps. I think dreams are where you start. The next thing is you start to pull them down out of the clouds and you blow some of the mist off of them, some of the fog off of them, and you start to see, like when you're driving through a fog, as you get closer to the building, you can see the shape. You can't see the detail yet, but you start to see the structure. And that's when we call it a vision. A more tangible, touchable dream is called a vision.
We have beaten the English. Because you won't stand together.
What will you do?
I will invade England and defeat the English on their own ground.
Invade? That's impossible.
Why? Why is that impossible? You're so concerned with squabbling for the scraps from Longshanks' table that you've missed your God-given right to something better. There's a difference between us. You think the people of this country exist to provide you with position. I think your position exists to provide those people with freedom. And I go to make sure that they have it.
A more tangible, touchable dream is called a vision. The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Now, if you're a Christian like I am, an evangelical Christian in particular, you've seen this scripture if you've been in church for very long. This is like the vision scripture. If you're going to do a word study in the Bible and you want to type in a word search in one of the Bible softwares, that kind of thing, you type in vision, this is the first one that pops up. If you're going to do a talk in church on vision, this usually is the core thing you're going to pull from. My friend Andy Stanley, who's a great leadership teacher, is a pastor in Atlanta, did a whole book on this called Visioneering. And he used this whole scripture as a basis. Vision, 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 vision. This is the vision scripture. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And if you're in church, you know what that means when they put this up. It means we're getting ready to build a building. Like, oh Lord, here we go. So that's usually what that's how this works. So that's how I saw this first. And then I started looking at Proverbs, which I read every morning. I study one of them, by the way, so it's an easy read every morning to catch one. You read Proverbs over and over, you'll have a master's degree in finance. It's the wisdom literature. And if you understand it. And suddenly I saw this phrase differently. Not as a church member one morning, but as a business person. It didn't suddenly look like the vision scripture anymore. It looked like the perish scripture. You're going to die. Your dream's going to die. Your dream's going to become a nightmare before it dies. Where there is no vision, the people perish. They're not going to follow. They dry up inside, and their spirit leaves the building, and they don't even take their body with it. They stay. It's horrible. Where there is no vision, the people perish. So we come from dreams, bring down, blow off some of the clouds, becomes a vision. Now we start to get really specific and lay out a mission statement. Now, a mission statement is like an out-of-bounds marker. It defines as much what you aren't as what you are. It's like a football slow-mo. You say, okay, did they touch the line with the foot when he's going out of bounds to catch the ball? And they show a hill coming down the shore in super slow-mo, 5 different camera angles. We're all watching this, depending on which side of that call we want it to go. And the replay guys in the booth looking into the hood thing and all that stuff. That's your out-of-bounds marker. Were you out of bounds or not? Because here's the thing. The number one cause of small business failure, money problems. Not doing accounting, not doing your taxes, getting yourself in debt. Money problems. Number one cause. You know what the number 2 cause of small business failure is? Success.
Really?
You grow faster than your human resources, faster than your money, faster than your technological structure, faster than you should grow. And you grow out there and you grow and the thing falls in on itself. Because here's what happens. As soon as you start having some success, you start to feel like we're successful. And then people start bringing you ideas. You know how many ideas I throw away every day? Bucket loads. Every day. Come in. Dave, I got this great idea for you. Dave, I got this friend who wants to talk to you about their idea. I don't need any more ideas. I need people that can execute on the ideas we already have. I don't need any more ideas. Ideas are everywhere. People that work are hard to find. They really are. And that care and that have some level of talent. I mean, it's an amazing thing. You have to work at that. And so I don't need any more ideas. What I need is people that are playing within the bounds. But what happens is we get some success and we go, oh, well, we're smart, so we're going to go do this, and we're going to buy this company, and we're going to do this, and suddenly you got 73 things going on, and your business looks as ADD as you are. And the success causes you to fall in because you didn't have anything to tell you were out of bounds. You say, this is who we are, and by definition, everything else is who we aren't as an organization. A great business mission statement keeps you on track. Our mission statement is Ramsey Solutions provides biblically based, common sense education and empowerment, which gives hope, capitalized, italicized, and bold, to everyone in every walk of life. And so we teach in the leadership space under that